So the Clipse brought Kendrick out. Drake's still out here buying up memorabilia like we really care. It's crazy. Let's talk about it, man. All right, so we got the Kendrick making a guest appearance when the Clipse was in on his side of the map, right? Coming out. And I got some I ain't gonna call it a theories, but I got some things I want to say about that because I think there's some symbolism there that people might not be talking about. It could just be me, but let's talk about that. And then we got Drake out here showing pictures, you know, of Tupac's death row chain, you know, that he bought it. All right, man. So what? So what? We don't care. We don't care. And I also seen the post. Apparently, the guy who was talking about who made the video of Drake in Family Court now is Sophie Brousseau. Before you didn't know who it was, my man. You didn't know if it was white girl, who it was. Now you know the name and everything. I don't know, man. Drake PR team be out here paying people. For all we know, he could have got a check to, you know, to clean that up. So I ain't going for that shit. We still looking for the daughter. Clean up the story. I ain't trying to hear that. Anyway, man, look. Let's go ahead and check out this clip of Kendrick coming out on stage with the Clipse.
I seen your ass back to the cosmics. The things I seen under my eyelids. Kaleidoscope dreams, murder and sirens.
You want to know what I find interesting? All them people that was talking about the Clipse tour in the beginning, of course, the haters, and how it was, you know, basically hating on it. I ain't heard none of them. They look so stupid now that I seen one post on X where somebody was making fun of an exit sign that was hanging from the ceiling at one of their shows. I don't know if it was this one or a different one. And then the one guy, Certified Jared, said he had a Drake event with more people than this one. Now, when I looked it up, this venue, I think, holds up to 2,500 people. According to Jared, his had 1,500. So no, he didn't have as many. But either way, they're resorting to nitpicking now because they can't deny the fact that the Clipse have had not only a masterful rollout and overwhelming success with the album thus far, but the tour is doing extremely well as also, right? So I find that interesting. Also, can we just say that for 2025, this is the new big three. Just for now, y'all. I ain't trying to go too crazy with it. I don't think I'll get too much pushback from most of you fine people. For 2025, man, this is my big three right here. Kendrick and the Clipse, man. Malice and Pusha T. This is my big three for 2025.
Let's be clear, hip-hop got again. Half of my profits, they go to rock kill. How many shooters said they let me down? But fucking the West Line, we right now. Therapy showed me how to open up.
Okay, and then after performing in front of that great crowd, surprised, loved it. Every last one of them loved it. Kendrick had a few words that he wanted to share with them. We'll check that out.
This is our home city. It's such a privilege to be in front of motherfucking legends, man. Malice. My brother. Pusha. I'm gonna be out there watching with y'all. These my motherfucking people. Day one. I love y'all.
And man, that's a beautiful scene. I can't even lie. Again, 2025's big three, baby. You know what? Also, like I was saying in the beginning of this, as far as the symbolism, this is the, and I don't want to make this way more than what it is, but to quote a Bible verse, no weapon formed against you shall prosper. They tried to stop the collab. There's been nothing but propaganda, of course, against Kendrick because he took down their guy, against Push because he took down their guy way back when, and they just didn't want the Clipse to be successful. Whether it be Drake getting into battles with these guys, whether it be them trying to put out an album and Def Jam and UMG colluding to censor them, whatever it may be, whether it be the propaganda that's been out since the clips first started to roll out and people hating on them, talking about them using beef and talking about this, talking about that, at every turn, nothing has worked. And so we come full circle where we still have the collab. And not only that, whether Kendrick's taking a break from tour, he got enough going on. He could have made every excuse in the world, and I'm sure Malice and Push would have understood, but he didn't make no excuse. Not only did he show up, he performed his verse, and then he said because he's a fan, he's going to go sit in the crowd and enjoy the show like all the other fans. Much respect to them, man, but the symbolism is unreal to me, and it just shows that what I would say elements of the industry, not the industry as a whole, but elements of the industry, what they tried to suppress, what they tried to work against, what they tried to destroy by way of propaganda, they wasn't able to do it. They wasn't able to put a lampshade over the light, man. And these gentlemen are still shining. They doing their thing. They're having wild success, and nothing's stopping them. Nothing's stopping them, man. And so in a way, this is, I guess, a sign for all of those other artists who may have been suppressed because the industry wasn't focusing on that style of rap or anything like that. It's an opportunity, man. It's an opportunity. So you got to be able to take advantage of it. But this right here, this scene with these three men, this shit gonna go down in history. And I ain't talking about specifically them being on stage right here, but I'm talking about what these three have been a part of these last couple years, right? What these three have been a part of these last few years, even going back to what Push and Drake's issue was and how that worked out. It's a whole lot to be said there, man. But I do think that this is definitely symbolic of not only the times, but of being able to have the fortitude and the resilience to stand up against adversity, to be a fucking man, right? And stand on your principles no matter what, against people who are bigger than you, pause, right? Who may have more money than you, right? And like in the case of Drake, because if these were anybody else, there's a good possibility that Drake probably would have put all of these guys out of business, right? But because of who they are, because of where they came from, because of what they stand for, you can't, man. As the saying goes, you can't keep a good man down. You can't keep a solid nigga down either, man. And it's just facts. So, kudos to them, man. Shout out to them. In other news, we got Drake being Drake, and he bought Tupac's chain. And I will say this, I don't necessarily care per se. All right, I don't want to make this like Drake did. I don't care from that aspect of things. I don't mind an artist buying memorabilia from other artists. It's just the reason behind it. You're not telling me he's doing this out of genuine respect for the artist, for Tupac's legacy, to the craft, for hip hop. It's the reason behind it where I would take issue, not so much the purchasing of it. But let's check this out real quick.
The petty king, the overseer of many things. Drake heard Kendrick Lamar say, hey, give me Tupac ring back. I might give you a little respect. He said, you know what? No. Not only am I not going to return the ring, I'm going to double down. So Drake posted this picture of Tupac's Death Row Records chain with the caption, Copenhagen Night 1, let's go. And as you can see, it is authentic. And you know what happened last time Kendrick Lamar was out in Copenhagen? Last time I was in Copenhagen. Oh, man, hold on. So it has been confirmed that Drake purchased Tupac's Death Row pendant. We confirmed Drake has purchased a piece from the collector Alexander Batar. Batar is a collector. He said items of such high historical significance are priceless. This is Alex Batar's Instagram page. If anybody's interested in seeing how all of this goes down, he posted up a flick with Drake, you feel me, to solidify the ties. As you can see, Drake will continue his pettiness. This is not over. Drake has always been a collector of these items. We all know he owns
Yeah, but But why though? Like as far as this goes, I don't think Kendrick cares that much. And then I've seen posts about people saying, "Well, since Kendrick made such a big deal about the ring, why shouldn't? Well, he should have bought the chain." Come on, man. Not everybody's into that. You can have an enormous amount of respect for somebody. That don't mean you want to start collecting their memorabilia. Like what? How did what? I mean, using that line of reasoning, if that's the case, he should go out and find everything of Tupac's that's for sale and buy it up, just to keep Drake from buying. All right, come on, man. What are we even talking about? We got to stop saying dumb shit on the line. No, he shouldn't have bought it before Drake. I don't think he cares in that sense. Like, oh, I'm gonna go buy all this stuff just so Drake can. No, Drake is the only one who's of such a juvenile mind state that he thinks that things like this, are that important to Kendrick. It ain't about the ring so much to Kendrick. It's about why he purchases these things, whether it be the ring, whether it be Pharrell's chains. It ain't so much about that. If he purchased them and it was just about the craft, the art, the legacy, and he showed that all the respect in the world, it would be cool. And then also, how corny is it to think that because you purchase these on an open market, that makes you some sort of tough guy? Like, well, who thinks that? You ain't walk in nobody's house and take nothing. You didn't walk up to somebody and snatching off their. You purchased them on an open market, and then the thing, see, it's that mindset that's like beyond annoying. It's that mindset that you can't respect, right? It's like, bro, so don't nobody, and then it makes something that you might not have cared about, it makes you care. Like, what the fuck? What is this guy doing, man? I mean, nobody really cared that you bought it at first, but damn, bro, what are you talking about? You're not fucking tough. No one cares like that, man. So it's just that, man. And then by proxy, or I guess you can say, oh man, just like you kind of disrespect the person's legacy because of the intent behind the purchase and the antics post-purchase. You know what I'm saying?
A bunch of Pharrell's old chains, and on the Meltdown track, which he featured on Travis Scott's Utopia album, he threatened to melt down the chains that he got from your bosses. And speaking to Pusha T and whatnot, threatening to melt down whatchamacallit chains. And now he is he owns the Death Row Records chain. We might see this in a music video off of a song coming off of Iceman. I would not be surprised or shocked. Yeah.
It's funny because Drake own everything but his motherfucking masters, don't he? That nigga own everything but the shit that really matter. Nigga, why don't you flex owning some of your own music? How about that? How about you? UMG owns the bulk of what you're worth musically. Why don't you work on that, Drake, and then come holler at us, all right? Instead, you going to buy chains and rings on the open market through auctions and shit and posting that like we care. We don't care about that, man. We don't care about that. You need to work on getting yourself out of these slave deals. How about you work on getting your ass out of that deal with State? Huh? You out there working y'all to death. Y'all in the steak sweatshop. You going to war talking about you want to box. You ain't boxed Diddy when he slapped you up. You ain't boxed that nigga that pissed on your leg. You ain't boxing nobody, man. Stop it. Stop it. He posted chains and shit. Nigga, where's your masters at? That's what I want to know. Who owns the bulk of your music? Huh? How about that, buddy?
Man, the petty king, the overseer of many things. Drake is a really petty individual. If this honestly makes anybody feel a way, I don't know. I couldn't tell you. But it is kind of funny. I'm not gonna hold you. How do you guys feel about this?
It ain't funny, really, as far as that goes. Like, it's humor. It's stupid. It's really stupid.
Name a bigger attention seeker than Drake. Don't worry, I will wait. Because he's doing everything he can to get Kendrick attention at this point.
Yeah, he obsessed with Kendrick, yo. Yeah. Y'all always be having it flip the other way around. Kendrick don't care about this dude that much. Kendrick did what he had to do. If you want to think about anybody out of them two, which one is living in which one's head rent free, Kendrick is living in Drake's head rent free, nigga. Kendrick having fun on tour, performing with the Clipse. Them niggas probably sitting backstage laughing it up. Yo, you see what that nigga Drake did? Yeah, yo, he's crazy tripping. He's spiraling. They laughing at this fool while he out here like, I got that chain. Look at what I got. I got Tupac chain. Now what? Nigga. I bet you won't diss me again, Kendrick. No, nigga, because you went to the police last time, bitch.
What is the purpose of you having Tupac's jewelry when Tupac estate don't even like you? But okay, you want to be disrespectful, you want attention, you're going to get it. You already got it. And this is the part that I love, when Drake trolls so much and then he gets exactly what he's asking for.
Nigga gonna get another motherfucking black Air Force One up his ass. That's what he gonna get.
I actually never have a problem with rappers buying jewelry like of other rappers or passed away rappers, because I think like this is already sold by the estate or whoever, and now it's in the hands of another rapper, which I think is beautiful. Like Drake bought Tupac's Death Row pendant, which I think is really cool on the surface. My problem is that Drake will use and has used rappers' jewelry in order to say that he has more power or that he is like more notable within hip hop.
That's my point exactly, man. Let me play that one back one more time.
Say that he has more really cool on the surface. My problem is that Drake will use and has used rappers' jewelry in order to say that he has more power or that he is like more notable within hip hop. And then
exactly, like it's some sort of validation, or it validates who he is, or something like that. I don't know. Someone who knows what the hell's going on in this guy's head at this point, man. I don't know. I do know this. People like Pusha T and them and Kendrick, they probably sitting back having a good hard laugh at this bullshit, bro. I bet you Push like them, bro. I did him dirty, but sheesh. You got this boy out here acting crazy. You know what I mean? He out here, he sued. I ain't making him sue at least. Man, boy. You know what I mean? They dapping each other. Damn, my nigga. He did the fizzle to him, man. Man, and Drake still think that something like buying a chain, I guess, gives him more weight in people's eyes. It's crazy. It's crazy.
And same with Pharrell's. He even mentions like you can have the jewelry back, or like you can't even get it back. I burned it. Things like that. Like I melted it down to make a new pendant. It was just like, it's just weird how Drake will use like physical means to express power. So people calling him corny. I don't think Drake's necessarily corny for wanting Tupac's jewelry. I think it's kind of cool to have those hip hop artifacts. And Drake does love the game, I believe. But I think it's weird how he uses these artifacts. You know what I'm saying?
No, because he's fucking corny, dude. That's why. And that's the only way you can like slice it up. He's fucking corny. He's a cornball, man. But listen, man, I don't know. As far as the guy coming back and saying it was Sophie, I don't care as far as that goes, because I don't believe it. I really don't. I think that this nigga got that phone call, man. And I only would say that, and I know it sounds like it's conspiracy land, but I know what Drake has been doing this last year and a half, and that he'll put money out there, that he uses PR, that he's paid people off, that's how he controls narratives. So at this point, to me, when people put stuff out and it looks a certain way and then they walk it back and they try to switch it, nah, something's behind that. Something's behind that, man. All of a sudden, you know her name. I ain't trying to hear that shit. I ain't trying to hear that. But let me know what y'all think about this in the comment section below, man. Hit that like button, subscribe to the channel. I'll check y'all in the next one.